Hello, everyone. This is Professor Nameless Kitsune, and today I am going to talk about how capitalism works. This is part one, profit and labor. Enjoy! Professor Nameless Kitsune presents How Capitalism Works. Part 1, Profit and Labor. So, let's say this is you, a man, and this is your car, and you deliver food for a living. And let's say the food that you deliver, you get 5% per order as your pay from the delivery platform, which means, let's say you have 50 food orders per day, and each order is $30, which means the company will pay you 50 times 30 times 5% equals to $75. You get paid by the platform $75 per day, which means every year you get paid $27,375. That's your yearly pay from the company, assuming you work nonstop all year round. Now, this is problematic because we all need to take a break from our work. But in this assumption, you have no weekends, you have no 4th of July, you have no winter break, you have no summer break, you work every single day. Now, if you're a single person, that would be still a little terrible. But what if you have family? What if you have a spouse, a child? What if you have your parents to take care of? Working every day in a year, that would not be optimistic. So this assumption, this calculation is the most amount of money you're going to get for a whole year. Realistically, you're probably going to get a lot less than this. Well, besides what the company pays you, your customers also pay you. Let's say on average, you get 10% tip per order, still 50 orders, still 30 orders, still $30 per order, which means every day you get $150 worth of tip, which means your yearly tip income is 365 days times 150 equals to $54,750. Assuming, again, you work nonstop all year, which means your yearly total income, this is your tip income plus the company income, equals to $82,125 before gas, maintenance of your car, and income tax. Before all of that. Assuming, once again, you work nonstop all year, meaning maximum labor input. You take no break, you take no sick leave. That's it. So, $82,125 sounds decent, right? Especially if you're in a state with a low cost of living, So, is it decent? Right? Right? Yeah. Nope. You guess the answer. Nope. It's not decent at all. See, only 33% of this income comes from the delivery platform, which is your boss. Most of your income comes from the customers. People who order orange chicken, people who order Chipotle, people who order salads, people who order food because they cannot go outside because of illness, injury, people who are introverts like me, or people who just too busy taking care of their children and they don't have time to cook. Now let's say how the platform, your boss, makes money. This is your boss playing golf. So what platforms usually do is they put a 20% surcharge on the food order. So still 50 orders and $30 per order. With the 20% surcharge, the real order price is $24, which means the total order value realistically is 50 times 24, which is only $1,200. So the nominal order price, the price that you see on the ordering app, is 50 times 30, which is $1,500. But the actual order, how much it's worth, is actually only $1,200. So the golf playing boss is getting a total surplus value of $300. Within the surplus value, the company only gives you 5%, which is $75. The rest, $225, goes into the boss pocket. The delivery platform, a capitalist enterprise, it's not a charity, it's not a Salvation Army or a nonprofit, it's a capitalist enterprise. They make a profit by making prices more expensive, right? Because the food used to cost only $24. But with the 20% surcharge and the tips, now it costs $33, which is $30 of the price plus $3 of tip. The capitalist enterprise makes money while not having to pay their drivers much, right? Because they only pay the drivers, 33%, and the customers pay the lion's share. The customers pay over 66% of the driver's income. A capitalist enterprise maximizes their profit by artificially inflate prices. They make things more expensive than they should be, and they transfer the cost of labor onto the consumers. Meaning they charge you, the consumers, not only the price of the goods and services, but they also charge you the labor cost, which technically the company should shoulder the labor cost, not the consumers. But you know what? It's capitalism, people. So in the end, $82,125 may sound decent, but is it right? No. You, as the driver, should be making much more. And no, you, the customers, should be paying a lot less. And also, no, it's not good. Your boss doesn't deserve all that bonus pay and stock rises. What is your boss really doing here? Designing a website? Coordinating drivers? What else do they do? Do they cook the food? They don't cook the food. Do they deliver the food? No, you do. You, the driver, does. Your boss doesn't do anything. So, at the end of the day, in a capitalist system, your boss wins. But you, the customer, you loses. And you, the worker, you also loses. That is how capitalism works. It ensures that only the very few on the top wins most of the value of the money, of the wealth, while the rest of us, the majority of us, have to pay more for a lot less and have to do a lot more for a lot less. So this has been Professor Nameless Kitsune talking about how capitalism works. But this is only part one. In the future, I will make videos about other parts of the capitalist system, and hopefully you can enjoy them. See you next time.